What is up? My name is Will, and today we are on the Ice Age State Trail for Devil's Lake. I'm going for a hike. I want to see if I can get to I don't know if they're streams or if they're just little river bends that are between the trails that are here, but I'm fascinated by them. So we're going to go on a hike today and video a little bit and just see what we see. I don't know if a storm, it's been raining a bunch in Wisconsin with some pretty strong wind. I know the wind was supposed to be up to like 26 miles per hour today, but you can just tell all this brush is just blown over by just the wind, and that can make really, really easy fires and lets you get tinder. I don't know if they have, I think they might have a couple primitive camping spots here, but I think for most of it, you have to bring your own firewood. I want to get into backpack camping and like remote camping, but it's a lot. I gotta find the spot. That's the hardest spot. The hardest thing to do right now is to find a spot where I can primitive camp. Most of the time I'll just hike, but Wisconsin's got a lot, so I gotta jump on it and get into it. So some of these trees have, if I can get it to focus, little acorns on them, and you can tell that the deer have been here because all the acorns on the bottom in this little like divot are gone. But you should, when you be able to find them, because I just found one. One of the things that are edible that you can eat when you're actually like backpacking, camping, or hiking are the acorns that you find. You'll just bite the bottom off of them, take the nut out of them. Say we'll wipe this one off, but take that, crack it open, and then you just eat the nut that's inside of it. But that actually looks rotten, so we're not going to eat it. But most of the time, you should be able to eat those acorns that you're finding off the side of the trees. All you have to do is just bite the bottom of them, crack them open, and then eat the nut that's in the bottom of them. So, pretty good snack if you have nothing, or if you're trying to forage. It was one of the first things that I've actually been able to find for like a foraging type thing while I'm backpacking or hiking, so it's always fun. Like we were talking, the acorns technically are edible. You don't want to just survive off those, grab a big batch and eat them straight off the tree or off the ground. If you need to, you can, but they have tannins in it, and with that being in it, it's just super bitter. It's a toxin, so you can't really survive off it, but they are edible for you. Other stuff like these red berries, if I can get it to focus, these red berries, poisonous. You'll see them all over Wisconsin. Just big loads of them. They look tasty, but you absolutely cannot have those. You will be throwing up, going to the bathroom. It would be a terrible experience. So you just have to be sure, you're not eating anything that you're not 100% certain about. That acorn, I'm going to survive, even though I didn't really eat it. I mean, it was one. But usually you want to make sure that those are prepared right. But still a fun little thing to be able to find or forage. As we're walking by, you can see the berries on the trees. Now, these actually might be blackberries, but I'm lying because I don't know berries. So, they might be edible. I doubt that they are, but this whole tree is just full of them. So actually, maybe we'll see if they are edible and we'll try a couple, but I have a feeling they are not. So, and one of my favorite parts about Wisconsin state parks, trails, or anything, the people are so nice. There's, I'm walking down the trail. You'll see one, a couple people today. It's Friday at about noon, 11:30. And so there's not a lot of people out right now. And, I've stopped and talked to a couple people, and everyone is just unapologetically nice. They're so, I was gonna say, we'll sit and we'll talk about like kind of what we're doing today, tell them that I'm filming a little bit and taking pictures, and and they're telling me about their hike, and it's just fascinating. Everyone is just in good spirits. I don't know if it's a Wisconsin thing, but everyone in here is just so nice. They're open to talking. They like to, talk about their day, ask how you are. It's a good feeling when you're going for a hike. You don't usually want to see other people when you're out, but when you do, it's nice when it's a good interaction. I didn't end up eating. They looked like dewberries and blackberries. Some of them might have been safe to eat, but I'm not taking my chances. Then you see these little red berries. I don't know the exact name for them, but I do know for a fact you don't eat them. They're gonna make you sick. But the amount of stuff that you can forage on honestly a really busy state trail is insane. So it honestly would be a really good camp spot, if you're trying to do no food, no water, because you're gonna have access to that some way or somehow. There's water up here, there's streams you can boil, you can life straw, you're gonna be able to get, everything that you need to have if you want to do camping that type of way, which is what I look to get into. I just wanted to throw in some extra pictures of the balanced rock formation that you can get to once you're in Devil's Lake. It is just an amazing trail. It's super rocky up a steep incline, but it's definitely worth the hike. The rock cliffs are amazing to look at. The water is just beautiful and it has amazing views. I definitely recommend it if you've never been before. It's definitely a little bit of a harder hike, but it's worth it, like I said. So I would definitely put this on your bucket list.